Let's go live. What's going on, everybody on YouTube? Steve here, Raking Profit, here with my buddy Tim, listing clothes. I'm going to be doing some small items over in this photography cube. So yeah, really the purpose of this video is to share with you guys behind the scenes what we're doing. It's not going to be super instructional, talking with you the whole time. We're just going to be doing our thing, and you can get a feel for what we're doing. You know, keep an eye on our processes, and just yeah, have fun, enjoy this live stream. All right, let's get some things set up. Man, this bald spot, man, it's getting bad. It's really growing. Well, actually, it's really not growing. It's going. That's what I meant to say. What's going on, Florida Hidden Church? What's up? Sonia, Michelle, Austin, JR, Paula, good to see you guys. Toodles O'Day. Hello, who's listening? I'm listening, and Tim is listening back there. So we're going to be doing our thing. We'll be sure to check in on the comments every now and then, but mostly going to be working. So yeah, you can watch and observe. What do we have here?
A little stain, that's what we have.
You got a little stain on there?
Yeah.
It's the worst, man. When you get it all, like you measure it, you get it all ready, it's on the mannequin nice, and you're like, all right, this is gonna be $30, and then boom, see a stain. So I've got the microphone set up right here, so it should be crystal clear. Yeah. So don't let any out, man, because it's right behind you. Here we got a DVD, Quantum Leap. I got to look this up. We got quite a bit of inventory that, to be honest, has just been sitting around. So I'm going to look this up. I'm going to look it up on Amazon first, because certain things are better on Amazon. But the problem is most of these items are restricted. So this is actually restricted on Amazon, or else I can get $50 for it. So that means it's going to be going on eBay. Quantum Leap. See if you're restricted. That's the thing. Certain people are restricted and others aren't. So you're restricted as well. So I'm going to look this up, see what it's going for on eBay, which I can only assume it's going to be going for 10 times less. So it looks like it's trending at around 15. Here's the thing. I see one at like 12 and then 15 and then 36. Thing is, they're selling so far apart from one another. So I'm probably going to put it around like $16 or so. Let me see what's going on in terms of what's listed right now. So there's only one for 32. So you know what? With that being said, I'm probably going to come in. Probably not that high, because I just want to get these things gone. I don't want to be sitting on it for 8 months.
Do it for $29.99 so that then you can put it on sale.
I could do that with the best offer as well.
Yeah.
It's not a bad idea. So what I'm doing is I'm going sell one like this. Make sure I'm on my Wi-Fi. Things are moving pretty slow. That's why Wi-Fi is off. Okay. Yep, that's it. I'm going to use the voice activator to type the text. Brand new in the box, never opened, will ship quickly and safely. Item specifics are already filled out. So I'm going to take Tim's advice. I'm going to go $29.99. I'm going to go with best offer. I'm going to go with 30 days, start immediately. Let's choose my shipping method. I'm going to actually go with first class instead of media, because it's going to be quicker. People are going to see that it's going to get shipped to them faster, and it won't really cost me much more money, maybe a couple more pennies. And there is a stock photo right now. I'm going to delete that stock photo and go into my cube and take a quick picture. There we go. 1, 2. I only take 2 photos with the DVDs because it's sealed. There's nothing really to see there. Done. got my PayPal up and everything. I thought that was falling. Let me get that situated. Okay. And it's done. It's listed. So what I've been doing lately is, and you know what? I actually forgot to do something. I'll be right back. I forgot that I gotta put everything in my inventory system. So if you saw my video from phase 2, I told you in phase 3 I was going to work on an inventory system, which I actually have right now. And I've got my small items in bins, and they're listed bin 1 through bin 8. And essentially what I'm going to do is add a SKU to the item. A specific SKU label, so when it sells, I know what bin that it's in. So let me go back to my listing. This is a brand new system I implemented last night, so I completely forgot to do it. Okay, I'm going to go in. I'm going to revise my item. Let me see if this works on mobile, being able to add a SKU. I did everything from desktop last night. Where would that be? I don't even know if it's in mobile. Let me know, anybody. Can you add a SKU in mobile?
No, go. Check category now.
Maybe under item specifics?
No. I don't think you can.
That would suck. That would really suck.
Yeah, I don't think you can. Go into title. Go into title.
Yeah, that might be. Show more.
No, that's so
crap. Come on, eBay. Let me see what the comments are saying. No. Well, that sucks. That sucks big time. So now what am I going to have to do? You know what I'm going to have to do?
You're going to have to write it down where you put it and then go back.
Well, probably what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw everything in one bin that I list today. And then I'm going to go into my active listings, Control F, find the item. And then there's a button there to add the custom SKU. So that's shitty, but I'm going to have to remember to finalize that step at the end. Yeah, it's not there. Those sons of a guns. Darn it, I thought I had a good system going. I don't want to put the number in the title because the title, that's valuable real estate right there. Plus, I think it's going to freak some buyers out. You guys, I'm sure you guys realize this, but there's a lot of people out there who have no clue what they're doing. Like they'll look at the title and they'll see like 854 and they're like, well, this isn't the model. This was supposed to be a Brother TZ tape. Why 854? 854, that's a different one. It's the inventory number. But they don't know that. So you've got to think about that stuff. Okay, so I just scanned this, listed on eBay. It didn't come up, so I'm going to have to look it up. Brother P-Touch TZ tape. Voice activated cheesy tape, of course. There we go. What the heck is going on in this listing? Doesn't even, oh, here we go. I couldn't find someone like this. Sometimes it's like in different places. So typically for my first few listings, it takes me a little longer for some reason. It's like trying to get into a workflow. Brand new in the package, never opened, will ship quickly and safely. Thank you. I just do a quick, easy little description. I don't waste too much time. The key is listing. That is the key. I used to get caught up in the little, tiny details. Never really made much of a difference. So I'm actually really excited right now because if you guys have been following me, I actually purchased bless you. I purchased a brand new smoker grill, and I've actually got the grill out smoking in the garage right now. So I've got some barbecue chicken and teriyaki chicken smoking on like 180 degrees, a really slow smoke. So I'm listing, and I've got the reward, right? I've got the carrot at the end of the stick. Some nice barbecue coming up. So I'm really looking forward to that. I made a mistake using my smoker last time. I put it on like 350 and like burnt it, and didn't really taste smoky. So I'm going to really slow cook it, list for a couple hours, and then have some slow cooked chicken. So smoked. It's going to be awesome. So again, I wish I could skew my items right now, but I can't. Ian, yeah, I'm not a vegetarian or vegan anymore. That's been probably 6 or 7 months now. Put inventory number in SKU spot. You print items through my. Yeah, I already know about that, but I'm sure you're telling somebody in the comments. Jennifer Leland saying, "What's up, Tim?"
What's up, Jennifer Leland?
Yeah, so people are saying put it in the title. I'm not going to put it in the title. I just don't want to waste the space there.
2 letters though, or 1.
Yeah, plus my inventory system's a little different. So what is this?
Instead of bin with a number, why don't you put a letter in a number like A1?
No, because I'm just going to use because I don't want to I'm going to use the letters and the numbers for the clothing. And then for the bins, I just wanted a different system there. I don't want to mix them up. The Mystery Science Theater 3000 collection. So I have been plugging away my store. I think it's almost at 100 listings now. So sales they've been flying the last couple of days. So I'm really excited about that. The more you list, the more you make. It's that simple. It really is. Got these DVD sets that I'm going to be selling. Pretty freaky stuff right here. Okay. So that's about 20 right there. I'm going to sell these in a lot, I believe. So that's 20, and that is, let's see. Oh, okay. I think I'm going to sell them separately, actually. How's your store going, Tim?
It's going good.
Yeah? What types of items do you focus on?
Everything and anything.
If there's money to be made, you're there?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. You sell a lot of DVDs on eBay, or do you usually go Amazon with the
No,
niche?
Amazon.
But how are you? Aren't a lot of them restricted?
No.
Really? Like every single one that I list is restricted now. Like literally like 90% of them.
I will list it on eBay if it's restricted and it'll make me money, but
Right.
most of it goes to.
You prefer to put it on Amazon?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's not the funnest thing in the world listing, guys. I'll be honest with you. It's time consuming. It's cool because I got Tim here and we enjoy kind of listening together because he keeps us accountable, but I don't really enjoy it that much, to be honest with you guys. I'd rather we're back to back. I'd rather be, doing something else. But hopefully soon I will have somebody helping me out once a week listing my items so I can focus more on, my other businesses and, sourcing and getting things processed quicker because I'm not the best lister. I take forever to list. Okay, so I'm trying to do free shipping right now, and it's telling me the weight is too heavy, so I'm going to move that down to a pound. I just kind of guess the weight if I do free shipping. It doesn't really matter that much as long as you can hit that first class weight.
You know what I always wondered is if you do global shipping program and don't put in the weight, will it still work? I don't know.
I think you've got to put in the weight.
I usually don't.
Oh, really?
But I don't know if that
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Doesn't make it eligible.
Who knows?
Anybody in the comments know that? In order to use global shipping, do you have to put the weight of the item in?
I'll be looking at the comments, seeing what folks are saying. We've got someone saying, I like to list. Why does everyone hate it? Well, it's not that I hate it. I know I said that. It's just I know there's better use of my time. There's things that I could be doing that could be making me more money. And this is easily a job that could be outsourced for 10, 15 bucks an hour. So for me, that's why I don't really like it, because I know that it's not the best use of my time. But, it just depends on, where you are right now in your business. If you're brand new, it will be the best use of your time. If you're running multiple businesses and you're trying to do other things, it might not be. So it's just me. Something. Got to see what's best for you guys, Holland Hobbies, what's going on, man? Good to see you. I use global shipping and I put weight in when I ship, so I don't know how that works on their end. Never came up before. Nicholas, hey Nicholas, what have you been up to, dude? Long time no see. You don't have to input the weight, but when you go to print the label, it will default to whatever you filled in the listing. You can change it.
Right, but how does global shipping program charge the customer when they pay? How do they know what the weight is if you don't put it in the listing?
Maybe they weigh it.
But they've already charged the customer.
Yeah, who knows?
That's why I'm wondering if my items, if that doesn't make them eligible, even though I click global shipping.
I like listing DVDs on eBay. They're quick, easy. Not much to do.
No, but I'd rather get more money on FBA.
If you can list it on FBA,
Yeah.
I'll give you 10 DVDs right now. I guarantee you're restricted on like 8 of them.
It's just the publisher.
Yeah, let's see if you're. I didn't scan this to see if I'm restricted, but I'm trying to build up my eBay now, so. Restricted! What about.
It could be the price point too.
Yeah, because there's, what, is it the $35 cutoff price point?
25, I think.
25? Complete in the box, excellent condition, will ship quickly and safely, thank you.
This one's in the book category.
Oh, that's in the book category?
No, there's-
It's audio CDs.
It's missing one, isn't it?
Yeah. You guys listing today? You guys got any listing goals? 5, 10, 20? From what I noticed, it doesn't matter if you do 2 a day or 10 a day. I mean, consistency is what they want to see. Obviously, the more you list, the more you're going to make. But I'm trying to avoid going, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month without listing, which I've definitely done before and longer. So, consistency is key. I think the eBay algorithm really likes to see consistency, and they want to see you listing more. Every time I list more, I get more offers, I get more sales, even on old inventory. It's really odd.
They definitely push your listing when they see
Yeah.
you listing.
Yep, I agree. Okay, so we got another listing. So far we've done 1, 2, 3, 4 listings. So not bad in what, 15 minutes? Pick for profit, trying to get 10 today. Picking for profit, man. When are we gonna get up? You were supposed to get up before and I never heard from you. Right? You were supposed to drive down. What's the deal, brother? Tracy going for 10. Shane is listing now. So we got 123 people watching right now. Be sure to hit the like button. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. We're putting out daily content almost every day. Sometimes a couple times a week. Just depends. But I try to share with you guys as much as I can. Oh, that's a really nice foot joy. What's that logo right there?
I don't know, some golf club.
It's like a Resell or something.
It does look like that.
It's pretty cool. All right, I'll be right back. I gotta check my slow cooker.
I already did. It's still going.
It's good?
Yeah.
I'm gonna check what the temperature is though in the meat.
It's 100 and something.
I ended up raising the heat. It dropped down to like 100 degrees. It's weird.
You sure that wasn't the temperature of the meat?
No, I switched it from probe to the, yeah. All right, guys. How many listings do you guys have? I'd be curious. Right now, this store that I'm working on right now has about, I think, almost 100. Maybe we might have hit 100 today, so. It's pretty exciting. What is this?
You got another DVD right here.
Another DVD? Oh, yeah. Yep, I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah, it might be the price point. I'm restricted on this one. It's either that or the publisher. I'm not exactly sure.
I'm like restricted literally on like every DVD. It used to be more open a couple months ago. It's like weird now. I love selling these things. Blank Media, VHS, these things sell super hot. I just sold a set for 30 or 40 bucks that I paid $1 for at a garage sale. It's just ridiculous sometimes what people are willing to pay. I don't know why. What are people doing with these things? Like, why are they even buying them? Any idea?
How come you're not doing Amazon with that? How come you're not doing Amazon with that?
I'm trying to build up my eBay store right now and just kind of focusing on eBay. So let me check what it is on Amazon though, just for shits and giggles.
I mean, that one I just picked up this weekend is $30-some on Amazon.
Oh, I know why I'm not doing it on Amazon because the cover's different.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, it's the one I scanned in is a 235 ranking camera, which is amazing, coming in at 48 bucks.
That's weird.
Yeah. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, some people like to list their items on Amazon with a different. They don't mind with a different cover, but you know, I'd rather be safe than sorry. Just because Amazon, you don't want to mess with them. Returns are so easy as well. They'll open it up and return it. Okay, let's find that one. Some people were saying you can't ship this media. I had a handful of people say, yes, you can ship it media, and others saying you can't. I'm shipping it media. I mean, it's blank VHS. It's media. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right. Boys and girls, do your own research. But I'm shipping it media.
The only thing I know for a fact you cannot ship media is video games.
I've done that. But yeah, you're right. I think we've all done it.
I actually have not.
You've never shipped a video game media.
Nope.
I've done it not knowing, and I'm not gonna do it anymore. I think we all make a lot of mistakes when we're new. We just don't know.
I didn't even know what media mail was when I first started, so I never used it.
Oh, really? Has anyone ever shipped a video game media mail? Come on, where's the honesty and transparency? Not everybody's perfect. Brand new in the box. We'll ship quickly and safely. Thank you. I'm real original, guys, with my descriptions. This isn't magic, guys. You know, a lot of people want to start making money on eBay. Just start buying stuff. List it up. Do your research. Do your homework. Understand how to use the sold listings. And just go out and look for items. They're out there. They are definitely out there. Hey, look, I just sold a, check this out. I sold a, well, it disappeared. A TI-84 Plus, $54.99.
Oh, the one from yesterday?
No, I actually had a couple that I listed the other day. So yesterday we had the Connecticut meetup, and we went to a pawn shop, and I popped on 3 TI-84 Pluses and a TI-83 Plus for $95 out the door, no tax. So, you know, essentially I paid around 30 bucks each for the 84s, and then the 83 was free. So even at 30 bucks, I'll still make, you know, 14, 15 bucks on each one on eBay because they're restricted on Amazon. And then, you know, the 83 will just be gravy, all profit. Pawnshops, I mean, the game's changed. You know, I used to really take advantage of the pawn shops because of a lot of the items that were, you know, you were able to sell. Now it's a little different. Not as lucrative going to pawn shops. But cameras are still a great option if it's not restricted at pawn shops. Tim actually found a really cool one yesterday, but it was just overpriced. The ELF 170, the blue one.
Mm-hmm.
So
Video games.
Video games, yep, you can definitely find video games over there. Electronics, cameras, you know, calculators, which obviously you're gonna have to put on eBay now, unfortunately. Although, who knows? You may be unrestricted. You never know. You just got to scan it. Scan, scan, scan. All right, I'm taking forever on this listing. Let's get this one done.
Because you're yapping while you're...
I know. I got to shut up and do some work. Come on, guys.
This is a woman, but how about this? Cool.
I've never heard of this. Bit and bridle, pearl snap, suede.
It's women's, but
It's a pretty one.
it's pretty cool.
I like it. I like. Right. Let's see. What's going on in the comments? Working hard. I'm not working too hard, but I'm working kind of hard. I'm doing more yip yapping with you guys than I'm actually doing listing.
This is not hard work. It's just busy work.
Yeah, it's not hard work. It's just busy work. Like you said, it's just, you know, it's doing what you got to do. My motivation is waiting for my smoked meat. What is this? I'm not going to list this now.
That's the problem. You do that for all the items, and then they just sit there.
You guys hear what I just said? I said, I'm not going to do this now. You want to know what that means? Let me translate that into real language. Welcome to the death pile. So here we've got some Legos with a damaged box. I'm gonna see what it's going for on eBay, and I'm gonna compare it with Amazon.
Did you buy that like that or?
Yeah, I gotten it from Walmart a while ago. It was like super low. It was like ridiculously priced, like $15 or something stupid. So scanning it in on Amazon, it's coming in at $57.99. After fees, I make around $41. Let's see what's happening on eBay.
Is that new or used?
This is that was new, so I would have to sell it as like new. On eBay, cool thing on eBay, I can do new with other, right? Because it is brand new, just a little dent in the box. I would do new other, and then
New with defects.
yeah, new with defects. That's what I would do. So that's what I'm gonna do.
I don't know if you can in the toy category.
Yeah, well, we'll find out. Brand new in the box, but the front has a rip in it, as you can see in the pictures. Period. Will ship quickly and safely. Thank you. Nothing special, just a little basic little title. I'm gonna take plenty of pictures, and I'm gonna. One quick tip is if you ever have anything damaged, put like a quarter or some type of marker that everyone knows what the size is to show how big the damage is, so someone can tell easily.
The collector probably won't buy that. That'll probably be a
Consumer.
yeah.
Collector ain't gonna buy that, that's for sure. Let's see if I could take you guys behind the scenes right now. Without telling you guys. Ooh. Don't throw up on me. Okay. Here we go. Here, that's nice. Switch up the scenery a little bit. Cool. Yeah, so there we can see it a little bit better. Tell you right now, this photography cube is amazing. I love it so much. Big shout out to Tim, man. He's the one who introduced me to this. How did you even hear about it?
They sent me an email about it before it was even out.
Oh, did they?
And I posted about it in the green room, and I think that's when a few other people bought it.
Very nice. I'm gonna literally do this like $5 less than retail. I'll just see what happens. I'm gonna put a best offer on it.
Oh, you need a website for Amazon Associates, by the way.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I tried. But I might try like my YouTube URL.
Yeah.
See if that
Yeah.
work.
Yeah, we're talking about Amazon Associates. If you guys, wow, this angle is so whacked out. Sorry about that, guys. Amazon Associates, if you have any type of following or you have a Facebook group, definitely check out Amazon Associates. You can promote their products and earn a commission off of it. Like, for example, I made a video about this photography cube, which you can learn about at rakeandprofit.com/cube. And if you go there, it's actually an affiliate link. And if you buy this cube through my link, I think I get like 12 or 13 bucks. It's like 7% commission. So anybody can do it. So it's just a cool way to make some extra cash. Obviously, though, if you do, promote something, make sure you like it, enjoy it, and add value to your, to your viewers or whoever's following you. It's the key. Okay. What am I doing here? I'm talking too much. I don't even know what I'm doing. Okay. All right, got that little girl listed up. 2122, yes.
Yeah, that sounds kind of creepy.
Hey, sometimes I'm a creepy guy, Tim. Can't help it. Stop being so normal, man.
Did you get that video edited?
No, I haven't gotten the video edited yet. Hopefully today I'll get to that. It's on the plan. I hate peeling off Goodwill stickers. I have a Scotty peeler, but sometimes it doesn't work the best in certain items. So here we've got a Downtown Abbey season 6 Target clearance, found its way into Goodwill. I wonder what Goodwill pays for these items that they get, the ones that they have stickered white. I wonder if they're paying like $1 or something like ridiculous.
Probably by the pallet.
By the pallet? Yeah, probably, huh?
Or by the bin.
841-8870-2667.
I don't think they're paying by the item.
No.
Because when I bought something one time, I had to return it. Chris was like, "Oh, they probably just threw it in
Yeah.
the bin."
Okay, so we got Downtown Abbey season 6, brand new in the package. Let's go to condition new. Let's go to sold. I am going to have to disclose there's a little bit of wear going on in the on the box, but that shouldn't be a big deal. Looks like how many do I have of these? I have season 6, so I have 3 of these. So I'm going to be able to create a quantity of 3, which is going to be really cool, save some time. I'm going to go with $14.99, sell one like this. Let me pull some stickers off and answer some questions for you guys. Give Tim the spotlight. Link to PhotoCube, rakeandprofit.com/cube. And another, well, here's the thing, guys. Here's another tip for you guys. If you guys are going to promote something, make sure to use something like Pretty Link on your WordPress website to cloak your link, because then you could communicate it very easily to your audience instead of saying, go to amazon.com/6524889. You'll never remember it. So Pretty Link will actually turn your link into your website with a customizable word or phrase. So rakeandprofit.com/cube brings you right to that. It's easy, and your conversions will be much higher getting people to buy through your link. So
Do you forward that through your website?
yeah, so what actually happens is in Pretty Link, you create a target. So the target would be the actual affiliate link, and then you get to create a custom URL. So it's like a 307 redirect or something it's called. That's a good way to be able to put affiliate links on YouTube as well, because they don't want a direct affiliate link. They want to redirect instead, from my understanding. Plus, if you're going to promote something, you have a better chance of somebody clicking on your link if it's to your website versus if it's to like a bit.ly or like a shortened tiny URL or something like that. So little affiliate marketing tips right there. So we got 3 of these. Just gonna pull out the stickers of one more, and I'm gonna list it and have 3 up. So it'll be pretty quick. I think I was in it for $3 or $4 each on these. So there is some shelfware on each one. I'm gonna have to disclose that. Let me turn that back. There we go. Cute little cube. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm going to, all right. I'm going to take a picture. It's listed. Right. So guys, this cool thing about this cube is you can actually close this. It Velcros on either side. And then there's a magnetic strip that actually closes these doors up. It'll close right up. And if I wanted to take a nicer picture, what I would do is I would just open one of these up, because then it'll trap the light in. But since I'm not really being too specific with the pictures, it doesn't have to be the highest in quality. I'm just leaving this open. You could also go from the top, take a picture from the top view as well, which is really, really a neat feature of this cube. That's why I was so excited, Tim, when you showed me this, because the trap door is awesome. This opens up. But the biggest thing is the lights are actually built in to the actual unit, which is just, you guys can probably see it. It's up there. I don't want to break this thing. You know what I mean. The inside's been getting kind of dirty, and I tried to wash it, and it didn't come off that well. So that is kind of one of the downsides. And I spilled freaking ink on it like an idiot. So I might have to find a replacement or a cloth to put down or something. All right. So, all right. Brand new in the box, never opened. The outside does have some shelfware. Will ship quickly and safely. Thank you. Okay. So I'm going to format the price. I'm going to go $14.99. I want to get these things moving. I'm not going to do a best offer because I'm pretty confident I can sell these things at that price. Don't feel like dealing with the DVD lowballers, which love to come out and play at night. That was creepy. Let's see. I'm going to go first class, free shipping. What else am I going to do? Oh, yeah. I got to put in my quantity. Where would that be? I think that's going to be under format. Oops. I put $49.99. That was a mistake. Okay. Quantity 3 and done. Got another DVD to list. I'm going to go in the comments, see what's going on in there, procrastinate some more from listing. Let's see what Tim's up to, man. What are you up to over there?
Trying a different route for signing up for Amazon Associates.
You can just use my account, man.
Yeah.
Where'd you get the photo cube? Breakingprofit.com/cube. Laugh out loud, the low blowers. The low ballers. Dallas, yes, you know what I'm talking about. We got Ian Goldie in the comments, man. We met him yesterday.
Yeah, what's going on, Ian?
Freaking awesome guy right there. Young cat, 19 years old, runs his own business. His dad has an amazing voice. He's actually like a voiceover artist. Your dad was super cool, Ian. It was great to meet you guys. Billy V says, I use a PC, but looking to buy a smartphone, just trying to figure out which one to buy. I would go with the iPhone because it's much, the eBay app works much better on the iPhone versus the Android. I used to have an Android. It's not the same, especially taking pictures. You have to go one by one. It's a pain in the ass. I'm telling you right now. So go with the iPhone. If you're listing on your phone, I can tell you that's the best advice you're going to get. How many of you use your phone or other mobile device to list? I actually put a survey in the green room the other day to 900 people, and the majority of the people were still using desktop, but using the iPhone wasn't far behind, or the cell phone wasn't far behind. So it was kind of a split there. I use my phone. Tim, you use the desktop, right?
I use my phone to take the photos, and then I use the desktop to list.
Okay. No, I didn't hit any Salvation Armies. I literally went to the gym for an hour and a half this morning, and then I just came here, got the slow cooker going, and Tim came over, and we're listing items now and doing a YouTube video. So I haven't hit any thrift stores today. I've got plenty of inventory to list. So Susie Q, thanks for relaying over that URL. I appreciate that. Yes, Tim is taking his stuff back home. He just comes over here to list because we've got the where is it? The mannequin right there. Okay. I can't do this. Let's see. All right. Back to listing, guys. Hit the like button. Only 67 likes. What's going on? Thank you, everybody. You try to get your associates up a verification.
Yeah. Says I have to make it
$4.95 for this. It's going for $35, brand new on eBay.
It says your application will be reviewed shortly after you have referred your first sale to Amazon.com.
Really?
It says if your affiliate links have not referred a sale after 180 days, your application and access to Associate Central will be withdrawn.
Jeez, they want people who are moving products. All right, looking good. Telling you guys, listing is key. Don't get caught up in the small little details, the minutia. Get things listed.
Huh. Speaking of the
Brand new in the box will ship quickly and safely. What's up?
I said, speak of the devil.
I'm gonna go $34.99. Confident I could get that price. The sold listings were looking good. I'm not gonna offer best offer. I'm gonna add free shipping. Gonna change the weight down to 1 so I could bring that in at first class. Change it from priority. Is there a way, guys, to customize your preferences and like the different options on mobile so I don't have to always change? Like for example, every single time I have to change good till canceled to 30 days, and I've got to change the shipping method, which that's fine because I typically have to change it anyways. But then I have to change like a couple different settings. I want to have it always the same settings. So I've got to look into that. If anybody knows, let me know. I'd appreciate that. Let me edit my photos real quick. Okay.
That's why I don't give the link to. I got to buy something anyway. I'll give the link to one of my buddies.
Yeah.
Buy something.
Just be careful with that. Amazon always seems to know, like if you're like if you try to have like send affiliate links to friends and like get reviews from friends and stuff like when I was doing Kindle publishing, like they knew and they wouldn't accept it. It's really weird. Amazon knows a lot, so I would just be careful with friends and families. I don't know. Just be careful.
Well, obviously, I'm not going to buy it using my own account.
Steve, how many listings can you post in a day doing this? Well, I usually on a list for about 2 hours, so it depends. Right now, I'm kind of just screwing around with you guys, so I could probably do 8 to 10 listings an hour this way. Clothing, probably a little slower, but 8 to 10 listings an hour, probably. If I was hustling my butt off and going psycho, maybe 12 to 15. It depends on the items, right? Like I said, I'm not great at listing. I'm very ADD, as you can see. I'm jumping all over the place. Can't stay still.
Wow, comments are coming in super fast.
Comments are flying in.
Either that or my computer's just catching up.
Yeah, well, when you first started off, I think it comes in pretty quick. Is this an AC adapter or a charger? Oh, it's an AC adapter. Cool.
I'll look into this later.
What's the voltage?
Oh. I use my Facebook URL and my YouTube URL.
Mm-hmm.
See if that'll work.
Yep.
I gotta run up to my truck. I'll be right back.
Sounds good.
I'll check them all out. What temp do you want it at? Not the smoker, the chicken.
I'm not sure yet. It's gonna take some time. What's chicken gotta get to? Let me look real quick. What temperature to cook chicken? 165 degrees. So as you know, I just got a new grill and it's got like a little probe you can stick in, which is cool. So instead of always checking the meat to see when it's done, you can actually get it to a certain temperature and be more confident. So let me tell Tim. Where are you, Tim? All right, anyways. Told you guys, I'm bouncing all over the place. I love this photography cube. It is, I'm telling you, it just makes the pictures pop. It's great. It's a little pricey though, I'm not gonna lie. It's definitely a little pricey and it's not necessary 100%. But it just makes listing enjoyable. It's easier. You don't have to be fighting to get the right light. I'm just really enjoying it. I wish I would have got one sooner for the small items, because typically what I would do before is I'd have to bring one of these lights over to the table and then have the light, going down at the table. And it was just a little challenging. All right, let's get that listed up. What's this weighing in at? I want to see if I'm going to be able to get first class on this item or not. What do we got going on here? So this is weighing in at 18.2. So that's actually going to be priority, unfortunately. So that stinks. But I'll put it in a small flat rate box. That's what I'll do. Okay, free shipping. This is really not a very profitable item, but I'm just kind of cleaning up shop and getting things moving. Okay, get that listed. So we're moving, guys. We're making progress slowly. It's not the prettiest thing in the world, right? Listing. Speaking of pretty, cucumber and lemon water. That is some good stuff right there. Let's list some ties. Who wants to list some ties? Where is my scissors? Here it is. Okay. We're going to list some ties on eBay. Okay, so I'm going to rip this tag off. Okay. There was like a super low clearance tag on the new tag, so I want to get that one off. This is a Patriots tie, NFL silk neckwear. Yeah, let's look this up to see what's going on. So let's try to find one NFL Patriots tie. So essentially what I'm doing is I'm typing in a couple keywords to try to find this specific item. And then when I do find one that's sold, I sell one like this, pretty much take their keywords and run with it. Okay, so I don't know if I'm going to find the exact one. Here's one I sold for $17, $19.99. Yep, there it is. Cool. All right, so I'm going to list this up for $19. Actually, that one was that one used or new? Because this one's brand new. This one used or new? Let's see. Very good. So, I'm going to put this at probably $29.99. Patriots are a really popular team. I'm going to go $29.99 with a best offer. Ooh, that felt good. And go from there. Brand new with tags. Excellent condition. Will ship quickly and safely. Thank you. And what I'm also going to do is measure this puppy. So let me find my tape measure. So this is how I'm going to measure it, guys. I am going to take it. There we go. I'm going to fold it in half, just like that. Okay. I'm going to lay it down. I'm going to measure it. So that was 28 inches, and then I'm going to double it. So the length is going to be 56 inches, and the width, I'm going to measure it down at the bottom, right across where it starts to slant off, and that's 4. So I do a length and I do a width, and I will also put that in the title. I've noticed that that kind of helps sell it. Change the item specifics. Will it let me? Okay, there we go. 56. And then I'm going to change the width to 4 inches. All right. Okay. Perfect. I've done the description. I've done the item specifics. I'm going to format the price at $29.99. I am going to accept best offers. I am going to sell this at a 30-day duration. Shipping, I'm going to cover the shipping, free first-class shipping, which I do believe shipping, offering free, could probably help with the algorithm a bit. I'm going to change the title to 56 inches length and 4 inches width. Okay. Cool. That looks good. Now let's take some photos. Okay. I want to make sure that brand new tag is sticking out in that first photo. Okay. And that'll be good. About 4 photos. Now I'm going to crop it out a little bit. I'm really trying to focus on just listing quickly. I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm more or less just getting the listing up, at least at a 7 or an 8. That's what I'm aiming for. You know, I'm not going for a 9 or a 10. I'm trying to just list quickly and get it up at a respectable quality, at a good quality. Not a perfect quality, not an amazing quality, at a good quality, because I think it's more important. That's the theme of this conversation we're having, guys. It's more important to list it up versus trying to make every little thing perfect. And I even think, you know, going a step beyond that, I think that's a good motto to follow in life. I mean, so many people want to be perfect and get everything done just so perfect. And, you know, they fail to just get the job done, right? So get the job done when it needs to be done. Reiki, my son has that shirt. Awesome. I already like them. So what I'm going to do is put this in a poly bag, put it in the bin, and then obviously at the end we're going to skew everything up. What's going on, Bonafide? Good to see you, brother. So if you're wondering what I listed so far, if you're just coming in, this is what we've got listed: some DVDs, charger, VHS, Legos, ink, bunch of different things. All right, let's get that back in action. Sorry, guys, I'm spinning you all around. Cool, there we go. All right, what is next? What is next? Oh, this is a cool item. Colhan suspenders. Retail price of $24.99. I like these. These are pretty nice. I know you probably can't see things very well just because there's light going at light. So let me move this light over here. Maybe that'll help. Let's see. That should improve the quality a little bit. Hopefully it will. Yeah, so that's what I'm listing. Let's get that up. This is brand new. The box is a little dinged up just from its age. But it should be a pretty nice sale. Cole Haan's popular. I think this is vintage, 15 years old, 20 years old, probably 20 years. Who knows? I think 20 years is considered vintage. But Cole Haan suspenders. Let me try to find this model. I could be wrong though. It might not be that old. Filane's Basement. Yeah, I think it's old. Okay. What is the length on these though? I don't know how I'm going to measure these without taking them out of the box. I don't want to take them out of the box because I'll never get them in the box the right way. What do I do in this situation? There's no way I'm getting this thing back in the box the right way if I take it out. I think I'm going to put this to the side and try to think about that a little bit, what I'm going to do. Let's see if anyone else is measuring their suspenders. I don't want this to end up in the death pile. So here's one I sold for 24. Did they put measurements? Let's see. No, they didn't. Maybe they're all a specific size. You know, I think I'm just going to list it. And I'm gonna take a risk because I don't want to take it out of the box. I'll never get it back in the box looking good the right way. It's kind of hooked on and strapped on a nice way. So I know myself. So I'm gonna go with just listing it, and hopefully somebody knows more than me. That might be a recipe for disaster, but it may not. A lot of times we overthink things. We say, "Oh, we can't list it because of this." You know, what if that happens? What if this happens? What if nothing happens and it goes through perfectly smooth? I'm going to list it. All right, got that pictured. I just took 2 pictures. Pretty simple item right there. You know what? I might take one more picture because the light was a little weird. All right, cool. As I get that listed, I'm gonna check out the comments, see what you folks are saying. Brand new in the box, never worn. Box does have some shelf wear due to age. Will ship quickly and safely. Thank you. All right. What's going on, Mel? Good to see you. Cryptology, you so ready. What's going on, man? Good to see you. Miner's Treasure said I had someone tell me they started eBay and are doing drop shipping. When I emailed her and recommended, she didn't drop ship, so she did it anyways. Hope she doesn't get suspended. Drop shipping, I've heard a lot of horror stories on eBay and Amazon. If you're going to drop ship, I would rather have your own website. You know, if you're not experienced in doing drop shipping, you're probably going to get kicked off eBay and Amazon because you're going to sell something and your supplier is not going to have the item. They're going to be out of stock and you're going to cancel the order. And if you sell 20 of them and you have to cancel them all, bye-bye, you're gone. So be very careful with that. Okay. Well, anyways, guys, I think I'm going to call it quits on this because I've got to go check the grill. So let me say goodbye to you guys. I think I'm in frame right now. Appreciate you guys watching live. Hopefully you learned some cool little tips and you got to just enjoy seeing what a reseller looks like behind the scenes listing and seeing what it looks like in real life and how much time it takes for me, right? Maybe some people are quicker, some are slower. But yeah, enjoyed hanging out with you guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
What is going on, guys? Bonafide Hustler here.
Rake and profit.
Rake and profit with that red Solo cup. Anyways, what's going on, guys? We are two of the people from the Green Room University, and today we're going to show you a live haul of some of the stuff that we picked up from this past weekend and thrift stores as well recently. Right, Rakin?
Yeah, everything around me is, within mostly a week. So it's fresh.
Okay, very, very fresh type finds. So we're going to get right to it. Hopefully you guys can hear us. We expect, a fair amount of people to be here. And this is one of those shows, guys, where you guys can comment as well. Maybe if our pricing is a little too low, maybe, let us know. If our pricing is a little too high, our estimates, let us know as well. But anyways, we found this stuff from garage sales, thrift stores, and that's essentially what we do part-time is we go out to these places and, it's not very much money that you have to shell out. And you find some really incredible goods that you can flip online or even locally as well. Rick, and most of your stuff's going to be online, right?
Yeah, most of it. I mean, if you see in the corner, I've got some bikes that I collect and flip and resell. So mostly I sell like bikes and anything really big and heavy locally, but mostly eBay and Amazon FBA.
Now, how hard is it for anyone to get into eBay or Amazon? It's pretty easy stuff to do, but you have to start small, right?
Yeah, I mean, the cool thing about reselling in general with eBay and Amazon is you can start with whatever risk tolerance that you're comfortable with. So, I mean, you could start with just ties, $1, $2, flip a tie for $9, $10, put $3 in your pocket, keep reinvesting, building up the snowball. So, I mean, you can start small, with Amazon, you can start with books, go to library sales for $0.25 each. It really just depends on what you're comfortable with. But that's why I love eBay and Amazon so much, because anybody can do it. It doesn't matter, your age or your ethnicity or your gender. It doesn't matter.
That's right. So on this video, you're going to see some of these more inexpensive type finds that we are going to be flipping online. And we're going to talk to you guys about the money that we think we're going to be making on these items after fees and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to be talking about like take-home money here. And so you can kind of see what it takes, the effort, the work. Do you have to take pictures for it? Do you have to box it up? Do you have to put it in bins? And we'll kind of discuss that with you here in 1 second. So I want to get to the very first find. I found this on a Friday where I don't usually go to Friday garage sales, but I decided to go this past Friday morning. So this is one of the finds that I was waiting in line only for 15 minutes at this church sale, which was coincidentally in a house. It was really weird. So anyways, I walk in, after waiting 15 minutes, because time must be considered when you're doing this kind of, anytime that you're working for money, you must always think, how much time am I investing in this thing, right? So here's one of the things that I found, and without going into terrible detail about it, Cuckoo Clocks can be really good money. So here we have a Hecko 8-day, made in Germany, or most of the really good Cuckoo Clocks that I flip on eBay. And this is probably the fourth one that I've ever found. They are going to be found in a box. They're going to be kind of complicated to get set up. It's going to be pretty hard to get set up. So, but I find them like this, and for $5, I believe I can flip this thing for about 100, thus yielding me about 65 to 70 after I pack it up and ship it. That's what I'm thinking right here. So it's a pretty good flip. If I can take $5 and put it in and turn it into $65, that's what I'm talking about. So definitely check out Cuckoo Clocks, made in Germany, Cuckoo Clocks like that.
You know what's really funny, man? I've never, ever in my whole entire life come across a Cuckoo Clock.
Man, telling you,
But
man.
the other day I came across one and I actually passed on it. And I think it was a big, big mistake. I passed on it because I wasn't sure if it was missing anything. Like it was outside of the box. It was in great condition. It was a Star Trek Cuckoo Clock.
Pretty cool, huh?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so this is what a Cuckoo Clock should kind of look like. They can get more intricate. Someone asked, does it have the weights? That'll be these things right here, and they're heavy, man. So, and then we have like all the other stuff that goes with a Cuckoo Clock. But essentially, yeah, I mean, you probably, it just depends. I like Cuckoo Clocks that have birds and they're made of wood and all that kind of stuff. You said that one was Star Trek?
It was Star Trek, and there wasn't a lot on the sold listings. There were a couple that were going over 100, but they were from so long ago. I just didn't have a lot of data to make a decision, so I passed. It was like $30. So
right. I didn't have any data to pull the trigger on this one, and I bought it because I've done, like I said, 3.
You have experience. Yeah.
Yes. But look for Cuckoo Clocks, guys. Raken, what do you got on your side, man? What kind of flips do you got?
This is actually a find that I went to Savers. This was probably a week and a half ago, and I went with Mama Profits. And one thing you need to realize about my mother is she'll give you something, but usually she'll give you something because she doesn't want to deal with it. she'll make it seem like, hey, I got you a gift, Steven. I got some money for you. She gives me this thing. She hates sending out big board games because they're typically oversized, and she sells mostly books. So she gave this to me. It's selling for $50. Monopoly Shrek, brand new in the stretch wrap right here. So this was a gift from my mother. She found it, $3.99. Anything you find Monopoly brand new, look it up. You know, if it's not themed, if it's, you know, the more square one versus the rectangle and it doesn't have a theme, some of them are just very mass produced and only worth 10, 12, 15 bucks. But if you have any type of theme to it, whether it's NASCAR or the Navy or it's like anything, you know, anything themed can bring in good money. So that's 50 bucks right there. I think it has like a 400,000 rank. So that's going to be getting shipped off tomorrow.
Okay, cool. While you're talking about that kind of stuff with a 200,000 rank on Amazon, I got this for $350 at the same church garage sale, and this is a Scrabble Juniors kind of edition kind of thing. So you can teach your kids how to, you know, spell and get high scores and all that kind of stuff. With this game, it is sealed, like Steve was talking about. It's really important when you're messing with these. I really would not flip these things if they were not sealed, unless you come across maybe a Heroscape or a, you know, things like that. Like they're very high caliber games that are a little bit more rare. But for more Milton Bradley mass-produced type stuff, what Steve says is absolutely correct. Theme type operation, it can be Monopoly, it could be Trivial Pursuit sometimes. Just look it up if it's sealed. Now here we have just a normal Scrabble that will flip, and it will yield me $18 after fees from Amazon with a 200K rank, $350. So that was a pretty easy decision to make right there. I'll take 3 and multiply it into $18 any day. Steven, what do you got? What's the next one, man?
Speaking of easy decisions, there's certain household kitchen items that are branded really, really well. Any guess what this thing might be branded as, Chris, based on your experience? It's all metal. It's a waffle maker. It's strong. It starts with a V.
Yeah, that's a Villaware. I've flipped 2 of those already. Yeah.
Yep. So this is a Villaware. It's actually already listed. So it's already in the poly bag right now. But this is a Villaware 1,000-watt waffle maker. Excellent condition. Garage sale find from an older couple. They were asking $5, offered $3, got it for $4. And I believe this is listed for somewhere around $40 or $50. I put it on eBay. You could probably get a little more on Amazon, but certain things I'm kind of sticking with eBay just because they tend to get damaged or have issues. So this is eBay. You know, I'm going to profit probably $30, maybe more after fees. Villaware, great brand.
So he was talking about waffle makers, another kind of maker that's pretty interesting to look for, because there are commercial grade waffle makers as well. Like if you go into a Waffle House or something, they have ones where they flip, like, you know, with a little rotating thing. Those are really good as well. And also don't forget about panini makers. Now, most panini makers are probably not going to have inherently a lot of value, but certain Breville ones, for example, if you put those, or Breville, there's one called like Uno Panini Press. I think Villaware even makes panini ones as well. But, you know, essentially those are really easy to test out. You plug them into a wall. I like to, and this is a weird thing, but I like to put my hand in there and I like to feel it gradually warm up on both sides. And that tells me the thing is working, right? But you don't want to stick your hand in there forever. But those type items can be flipped on eBay. And if you're pretty confident and non-restricted on Amazon, you can get a little bit more money on Amazon as well. But eBay is a really fantastic place to flip waffle makers and panini makers as well. It's definitely worth checking it out, especially if you have a pretty big, you know, nice rectangle panini maker, and you find those at thrift stores all the time. So let me show you one of my finds that has nothing to do with that, but this was also a $5 garage sale find on Friday. I thought this was awesome. This might be the 5th or 6th one that I've flipped. I don't flip them very often, right? Because it's hard to find them in really good condition. So I haven't turned it on and everything like that, and I will probably list it as untested or 4 parts because I don't have a record to test it with. But essentially, we have a record player right here. It's a PL1. It's a PL12D Pioneer, I think. Yeah, Pioneer vintage or retro record player, and it looks pretty good. Everything looks like it's there. Then again, I will just plug it in to see if it rotates. And that's pretty much what the eBay listing is going to say, is that it at least rotates. It's untested, but for the most part, someone that's looking for parts or maybe the belt or the motor is going to want this thing. And Yeah, so that's
What are
pretty
you
much
going to ask for that?
I'm going to be asking about 100 to 150 on this, but you got to understand that this thing is also pretty heavy. So I'm going to be asking about 100 to 150 on that, thus yielding me probably right around 60 to 65 bucks after the shipping. I'm going to go probably FedEx Smart Post with that.
I was going to ask you what method you were going to take with that big bulky
FedEx
item.
Smart Post, unless it's in an adjoining state. So I'm in Texas. If I get, if someone from Nebraska picks it up, New Mexico, or whatever state's to my right, I think it's Arkansas, those states would be better to do priority with that, right?
Yeah.
If it's sold within Texas, it's even better to do priority as well. You get better rates. But for the most part, if this goes anything outside of those 3 states, I'm going to be thinking FedEx Smart Post, which on eBay is it's one of the 2 ways that you can ship things off. There's USPS and FedEx Smart Post. All right, Rakin, what do you got, man?
These are packaged up because they're already on eBay, but these are some interesting shoes. Take a look at the shape. The brand is MBT.
Yeah, those are like orthopedic walking shoes, I think.
Yes, so they're arched and 100% leather. I ended up finding 2 of these at the thrift store. I got this one for $8. The other pair is bigger and paid $12. I've got these listed for $50 plus shipping, and the sold listings are looking pretty good. So MBT is a brand to definitely be on the lookout for. It's unique. It's a little different, and I've had success with them in the past. I haven't sold them a ton. Have you ever sold this brand before, MBT?
I sell the other one that's a little bit more orthopedic slash, what do you call it? It's the one with the springs on them and everything like that. What are those called? You know what I'm talking about?
No,
yeah, anyway,
really
Z-coils.
Sure
they're called Z-coils. Anyway,
okay.
So I flip those a lot. I think Skechers also makes the little thing like that as well. I see MBT as the stores. What was the entry? What are you going to ask for that, Steve?
I paid $7.99 for these at Savers. So I think I was asking $39, or I think they're listed for $49 plus shipping right here. So I'm not sure. Sometimes I'll just price it a little higher than I think, because I was thinking more around like the $39 plus shipping mark. So sometimes I'll price it a little higher with the best offer and just gauge the success based on views, offers, watchers, different things like that. You could always bring the price back down. You have a hard time bringing the price back up, especially if it sells. So MBT, be on the lookout for those. Look them up.
Yep. Also, correction real quick. I said that the state to my right was Arkansas. It's actually Louisiana. So sorry. Yeah, I'm just blanked out on this.
Dude, step
I
up
know
your
it's
geography
Louisiana
game, man.
I know. Trust me. I'm pretty good at geography. I should have known that. But anyway, I got corrected, and that's all good.
Is that a green room shirt you got on right now?
It is a green
I
room
see the
shirt right
sunset,
there.
man.
Boom. Look at that.
Beautiful.
Okay, so now I want to go into some garage sale finds from Saturday. Okay, so we made a deal with a person at the garage sale. I think we paid $100 for 3 items. One of the items was this Lowy Pro backpack. Anytime you see really industrial, awesome camera backpacks with the strap, I mean, Lowy Pro is really good. Kata is another one. KT.
Is that a Lowy Pro you have right in front of you?
Pro, yeah, it's a
Dude, this was my next item I was going to show you.
Oh, cool. That's a Lowy Alpine. So this is a Lowy Pro.
Oh, that's an Alpine. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
This is a CompuTrekker Plus AW. I actually own one of these already, and it's really awesome. Inside, you'll know it's a camera backpack, guys, and I won't go into too much detail because it'll have dividers and all that kind of stuff. So you can put the dividers where you want. You can put zooms in there. You can put lenses. You can put your camera body. You can put your laptop on the side. It has a laptop sleeve. You can put all your cards and hard drives in here and all that. So that's for one of those things where, people travel or they go to assignments or anything like that. Definitely look into these kind of backpacks. We paid, like I said, it was part of a $100 haul. I think this considerably alone by itself, and it doesn't have any crazy wear and tear, would be about 60 to 80 bucks. I'm going to do a screen share real quick because I'm going to show you one of the other things, or 2 of the other things that came with it. Because if I'm going to talk about a $100 haul, I may as well just show you what else came with it. If you guys see the picture right now, we have those 2 bikes right there were part of the $100 haul. Each one of those bikes locally will probably be sold for about $100. And then we also have a Marantz, which I'll show you that in a second. But anyways, I have a really cool tuner that I want to show you. We'll go to Rakin real quick on one of his finds. Rakin, what do you got next up on the finds?
So today was an interesting day over at the Salvation Army. Over at my local Salvation Army, I noticed they had, over the last 2 months, they had all these ties. The brand was called Allen, and they were unique. They were different. They had, guys parachuting, skiing, like different animals. They were themed. And just like board games that are themed, clothing that's themed tends to do really well. Now, these ties weren't very, very like high end, and there wasn't a ton of data on them, but they've been sitting for like 2 months. And I'm confident I could sell these ties for 9, 10, 12, 13 bucks each. And they were asking $2. So I went up to the Salvation Army employee and I said, hey, is your manager around? Could you introduce me to your manager? I'd like to ask if they would be willing to do a bulk, let me do a bulk buy on everything because I see it's been sitting for a couple months. So ended up having a conversation with the manager, and she said she'd sell me all the ties for $1 each. She said she had 200 ties. So I said, all right. We negotiated $1, and she says, well, I've got a couple boxes in back. Let me open them up. So we went into the back. They had 91 Joseph A. Bank ties, all brand new with the tag. And as you can see, every single one of them has a $60 price tag on it. So ended up getting 115 of that other brand tie Allen, and then I got 90 of these for $1.50 each.
Oh my God.
So I've got a bunch of these. I'm pretty sure I'm going to just wholesale them off to either a reseller, another reseller, or I'm going to put just a big wholesale lot on eBay, because I could sell each one of these for probably $10 to $15 each. But I value my time, and I have so many things going on. I just don't have time to process each one and do little lots. So I think it would make more sense to just, I'm in it for $1.50 each. I could probably flip these to a wholesaler to a reseller for about $3 or $4 each in a big lot. So I think I'm going to just wholesale lot this, and then the other one I'm probably going to do another wholesale flip too. So that was a pretty interesting find. I was in it for what'd I pay? I was like $230 out the door, and I should probably be able to, double or triple my money, just depending on what I decide to do. So that was quite an interesting flip pickup today.
That's a lot of ties, man.
I'm telling you, man, these things are, and they're all similar. They're all kind of like the same design. There's a lot of ties in here. There's a lot of ties. Holy mackerel. I'm going to be looking fly.
There's another way that you can handle that, by the way. And one of those ways is if you're confident they're all new and they're all in the plastic, you can find the 3, not themed ones, but the 3 that look exactly alike. And then you can count each one. How many do you have? You might have 30 of one, 20 of another, 15 of another, right? And you can make individual lists. You can make, and then you can put quantity.
I just don't know if it's going to be worth it for me having to pick, pack, process.
25 to $30 each. That's the thing. And if they trickle sell, you'll get way more. And it might it's first class. Dude.
It's an option. I'm just weighing out my options right now. I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing, but I don't want to get stuck in the situation where I'm spending hours and hours and hours processing everything to make $700 when I could have just done a quick 1 hour flip and made $300. In my book, I'll take the $300 for 1 hour versus spending 15 hours to make $700. It's just, at my stage in my reselling career, it's just a smarter move. So you've got to weigh that out. It depends. If I was brand new, Chris, and I was building on my eBay store, dude, I would sell every one individually because I want to build up my feedback. I want to get the experience. Plus, I can make more money. But you've kind of got to weigh out where you are. So I'm not saying 100% I'm going to wholesale it, but I'm leaning that way. So.
Andy says, "Yeah, I do what Bonafide said." Just so you know. Hey, okay. No, I mean, because that's like nice trickle money. Like yes, you're right. You can flip it, get $3 to $4 from a wholesale guy that wants to take on the job of doing each one. But then if you can get 25 to 30 on each one, and all you got to do is walk into your garage and like pick from the box and go, all right, this goes right into a padded poly, and boom, there goes the label.
It's all the time though, man. I'm telling you.
Dude, that's good trickle sale money.
But I'll take $300 1 hour work instead of $700 or $800 for 12 hours of work. It might even be 12 hours. It just really depends, but you've got to weigh it out. So,
Garage Flips, Lonnie says it's like a 20-second packing job.
Well, you think, but it adds up, man. We have 200 different items and you're selling them individually. Trust me, it adds up. The questions, the returns, just different things. I might be exaggerating with 12 hours, but, I notice a lot of resellers, and this isn't like to diss resellers, but I notice a lot of resellers don't value their time at all. It's like they'll rather spend 10 times their valuable time to make like $50 or $100 more versus just doing something smart and moving on to another product. So that's just kind of where I'm coming from.
Okay, I want you to send these ties to me. I'm gonna do it. Okay, I'm just kidding, man. All right, so let's talk. All right, so that's a pretty awesome flip right there, and you get to know your people at your Goodwills and stuff. Was that Savers or Goodwill? Bacon.
Sorry, I was on mute. That was the
No,
Salvation Army.
Salvation Army, sorry. Okay, cool. I told you guys I was going to show you guys the Marantz, and yeah, all this stuff is around us, so sorry we're not facing the camera. Here's a Marantz, not an amplifier, but this is an AM FM tuner, which it needs to be paired up with an amplifier, of course, but this was part of the $100 deal right here. So 2 bikes, this thing, the Lowy Pro backpack, $100. This one probably right here is going to sell for somewhere between 60 and $100. I just need to power it up and see if it works, but then again, it's going to be tough because the back of it doesn't exactly have all the outputs and inputs that you would think it should have, and it doesn't. So I might try to sell locally and get this thing a quick flip out of here for like, I don't know, 50 or 60. We'll see. We'll just see, you know. But there are a lot of things inside those things, like the casing. Someone might want the silver front facing to it. They might want the case. They might want the you know, the pulleys and everything because it has a rotating knob. And you'd be surprised how intricate those things are under the casing. So anyways, Marantz is a really good brand to flip when you're looking at those kind of things. Sansui, Fisher, there's a bunch of other ones, Kenwood, Pioneer. Pretty good stuff. So anytime you see a silver front face retro receiver or amplifier, start looking a little bit, you know, harder into it. If you're lucky, you might find a Marantz, a Carver, a Crown, or something really awesome like that. Let me show you guys another thing. E-Money, my brother. And, you know, in the green room, there's a guide that is just so encompassing when it has to deal with these guitar controllers. So, yes, you can flip. This is from a PS3, and the PS3 controller alone, that's sunburst like this, and it's the one that does split on the back. The one alone, I think, is selling for like 83 or something like that. So if someone look this up right now, PS3 World Tour sunburst guitar, and tell me what you know, after fees, what it's showing. But I think on Saturday it was showing like $83 or $84 after fees without the game, just loose, used. Think about it for a second. It's really easy to like split this thing off the neck. You know, this comes off. You bubble wrap this, send it to Amazon, and you're making some serious money right there. So these are some of the things that we talk about inside the green room and how to really do it, because execution's everything, and being, you know, surrounding yourself around like-minded people is super, super important. So you know, that guide is definitely in the room. It's for free. It's just chilling in there. So he definitely read the guide like 2 years ago. I think it came out a long time ago, right, Rakin? That guide has been there almost since the inception of the room.
It's been there for a while.
That guide to this day is still making crazy money for people. There was one guy in the room that's, I think he was on one of my shows. He has, I think, 100 or 200 of these things. He's like, I can't find them fast enough. He's like, the hardest part about this now is to find the games to pair with them, because like I've exhausted all my Pawnshops. I've exhausted my GameStop. So all these places around him, he's like bought the games that go with these controllers. And he's like, that's how you really make serious money on these things. But anyways, last Friday, I want to say, I went hustling with my brother, Thursday, sorry. And he showed me the screenshot. He had sold 3 on Thursday, all right? $93.99 of those, the Xbox 360 ones with the
That's
game. Crazy. And we're picking them up for like $1 to $3 at Savers or garage sales, and we're picking up the game for anywhere between $1 to $5. So you can kind of put 2 and 2 together. It's pretty good money, and it's a very low rank. He's like, he sells them so fast. So anyway, that's something that we talk about a lot in the green room too. Okay, Rakin, what you got next, man?
Cool. Here we got a bread and butter item. We've got a pair of women's Harley Davidson boots. These things are in immaculate conditions. You always want to, you know, flip them upside down, see how the bottoms are looking.
I think Rakin's feed might have done some choppy stuff. So, Rakin, is your feed okay?
Am I getting choppy?
Got choppy for 1 second. Go forward. Try it again.
Don't cut me off, man. Live.
I didn't cut you off, man.
Harley Davidson. I don't know much about them. They're women's, but paid $9 at a garage sale. Got them listed for, I think, $60. These were all over the place, man, in terms of the sold listings. So, you know, I'm going to see what happens. I put a best offer. So Harley Davidson, man, anything Harley Davidson, especially if it's leather, can bring in some really, really good money. Once you start messing with stuff with embroideries and cool patches and, you know, colorful designs, that's really where the money's at. And anything unique and just different can bring in good money. So that's Harley Davidson.
There you go. All right. So I'm going to reshare this picture with you guys and show you guys. Here's the picture. And this surfboard right there that you see in the picture, we picked that thing up for $20. And the interesting thing about that surfboard is it's a rusty surfboard. It's not considered vintage or retro, but it's definitely interesting because if you look closely at it, which I can't zoom, but it is actually a rusty Preisendorfer signed and shaped surfboard, which is very, very cool because Rusty Preisendorfer is like a god in Southern California. And so the fact that this board is actually a Rusty Preisendorfer board is actually interesting. So a Rusty Preisendorfer board can sell for about, 150 to 200, but then I'm in Texas, and if it was on California coastline, it'd be a little different story. But, the closest thing that we have here is Galveston and Surfside and the Gulf of Mexico. So I'd be happy with like a $100 to $150 flip. We'll see what happens. They are long, they're big, so then you probably don't want to ship them. It's more like a local flip or put it on a classifieds, surf classifieds kind of thing. But had to pick it up, had to rescue it, put it on top of my SUV, $20. Thought it was I can't pass things like that up. I just can't. All right, Rakin, what's up, man? What you got?
So I walked into a garage sale, and all the way in the back, I noticed a big box of VHSs. And normally VHSs aren't going to catch my attention. I typically wouldn't even look through them. But I noticed that there were a couple blank Sony VHS media that were just sitting there new in the wrapper. So I said, hey, can I take a look at that box? It was actually behind their table. And they said, we're not selling these because it's, home movies and stuff. Well, I said, would you sell the blank media, since there's nothing on it? She said, sure. So she took the box over, and I started looking through for other media, found 1, 2, 3, nothing special. But then all of a sudden I see something poking out at the bottom. And can you tell me, any idea what this is?
What that is.
I start seeing a bunch of Nintendo games at the bottom, and I'm like, what? So there's like resellers all around me. And there's one thing I could bet my last dollar on is if a crazy video game reseller sees this, they're going to go freaking crazy and start bidding you up right in front of you. They're going to, just like that guy who stole the bike from you, a crazy video game guy will do the same thing to you. So I take these two, there were, 3 or 4 games, and I sandwich them in between the Sony media, and I just go up to her and I'm like, how much for these? And she's like, and I bundled it with a couple things, and I'm like, I'll give you $3. And she's like, well, how about 4? And we made the deal. But this is Zelda for NES. If you ever see this shiny gold, and it's already packaged up for eBay, if you ever see this shiny gold, pick it up. It's not worth a ton of money, $20, $25 on eBay. It's not in the greatest shape. But if you find it like with the box and the manual, a lot of these games, 64, Super Nintendo, Game Boy, these older games, if you could find them with the box and the manual, it'll really increase the value. Unfortunately, this was just the game only, but pretty crazy find when you're digging through some VHS and you see, some Nintendo games. It's astonishing.
It's very rare. That
very
seldom
rare.
ever happens. I think Zelda on Amazon. Last time I sold gold Zelda on Amazon, I think it was $35, but I'm not 100%.
Right around there.
I know Super Mario Duck Hunt together, just that one game loose, is like somewhere between $8 and $10. So anytime, most people think like Super Mario Duck Hunt's just garbage, but like it actually isn't. You can send it off to Amazon, put a sticker on a bag, and it'll go for $8 to $10. That's if you're unrestricted. I think we're still unrestricted on most of that stuff, but I could be wrong. Haven't sent some in a while. Usually I keep 8-bit NES cartridges because they're just getting rare, So that's a cool find, man. You're right.
Thank you.
About the resellers, man. If someone sees that thing, you're smoked. You ain't
you're done
survive.
Because if you go up there and they know that you're checking out for $3 with 3 or 4 of those, I'll give you 10. Like, it's gonna happen like 99% of the time. Other resellers are not there to be your friend. You've got to be careful. You've got to pay, check out, and get out. Because if it's something really collectible, like even I would say bikes and video games are probably one of the number one things that you're going to get a reseller coming and screwing with you.
Legos.
Legos, man. You better hide those.
I know, which is crazy because now that we're on the Lego thing, I'll show you something that I picked up for $15. Oh, you guys ready? This is an epic. It's an epic score. The Marantz amplifier just hit the floor. So this is something interesting right here. Anytime you see Mindstorms Robotics, Lego Invention System type stuff, these are essentially wired, programmable robots that you can build out of Lego, and they're really, really interesting. A lot of schools use them as well. So you know, am I going to sit there and count 717 pieces? Because that's what is in here, supposedly. But you can program the absolute hell out of these things, and you can build arms, you can build tracks that the robots go on, you can build all kinds of cool stuff. It was this plus another box of robotic stuff, which is somewhere around here. I don't have to show it, but $15. I mean, like, oh my gosh. I thought what was interesting as well is, since I'm in Austin, Texas, there are a fair amount of green room resellers that are also in Austin, Texas. And I was walking to the garage sale, and one of my green room members that has joined my group was walking out. I was like, hey, what's up? Da, 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 da. He's been in my car before. So he walks away, and I'm automatically thinking like, oh, there must be nothing here, right? And this was right on the ground. I was like, that's weird. So I decided to scoop it up, and
I decided to scoop it. You know, I just took it.
I was like, well, he left, so I decided to. Let me show you something real quick. Here's the insert. I don't want to I need to balance it because like all the stuff will come out. Look at the insert right there. You see right there? Look at all those pieces.
Dude, you got to count every single piece, man. Dude,
no, I'm not going to count every.
Just part it out, man. Just part each part out.
I'm not parting this out, no, but this is pretty awesome stuff right here.
Dude, you could get $20 a piece, man. Just do it. Come on, man. Let's blow stream of income.
All right, this thing is getting really sabotaged now. This haul just got major sabotage by Rakin. But honestly, guys, like this will probably sell somewhere between $100 and $150 because there's another box too. So be on the lookout for Lego Mindstorms robotics stuff. Very, very important. I come across one of these a year easily. A lot of times when I come across them, they're definitely not complete. You can tell just by when you pick up the box, you can tell pretty much if it's going to be complete or not. Like it's really, really easy to feel because the really 717 pieces feels heavy. It just does. So that's that. What else do you guys got? Hey, Rakin, we have 110 people watching right now, 24 likes and 2 downvotes.
Man, where's the engagement on the Bonafide Hustler channel, man? If we were on the Rake and Profit channel, I could guarantee we'd have 75 likes right now.
I bet you anything we'll probably get to 70 likes in about.
You gotta ask them, man. You know, you gotta ask the universe for what you want, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it all my peeps, including Garage Flips Lonnie. He's in the feed right here. Also, a person that shows all kinds of hauls and stuff from his channel. We got Tanya in the house too. But up, you guys got to hit the like button. Please help the Bonafide Hustler out. I still have more.
How would the Bonafide Hustler hit the like button if he was like a transformer?
If I was a transformer, dude, what I would do is I would invert the keyboard, all right, and then I would flex my bicep, and it would hit the button like that. You see what I'm saying?
You might hit the dislike button if you were getting that complicated.
No. It's precise. I got a precise bicep peak, dude. It will hit exactly where I want it to hit, but I have to invert the keyboard. So, by the way, here's the, think about it, man. Here's another one with 141 pieces. That's the other box I was telling you about, Vision Command. I mean, this is stuff that, yes, I have to research a little bit, but whether I'm going to put it together, don't know. But, expensive stuff regardless. Try buying Lego Mindstorm stuff like right now, and you'll see like it's super, super, super expensive. Like if you try to buy it new. Everyone's like flipping out in the comment feed. I have some really cool finds down here that are really neat. I'm going to show you guys. And anyway, so Rakin, what do you got?
Yeah, so I only have time for a couple more to show a couple more finds, and I got to get out of here. But this is a chalk line Boston Bruins satin jacket.
Cool, man.
Bada bing, bada boom. The profits are coming soon. I did pay up for this. I paid $16, but you know,
not bad.
What would you think off the top without even looking at the sold listings?
My last chalk line that I sold for $50, and it was a Dallas Cowboys chalk line.
Yeah. So
the Bruins, I don't know. Like, I would think like minimum 50, minimum.
Yeah, I was thinking minimum 50. I think I put it up for like $79.99 with the best offer because it's in great shape. You never know. There's no one else out here. Well, there might be a couple. I didn't see any, but you know, if you have an item, you know, especially like a professional team, satin jacket, vintage, and there's no one else selling it, yeah, you can go off the sold listings and see they're selling for 40, 50, 55. But if you're the only one and somebody really wants it, there's a chance they'll pay 80.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So absolutely. The funny thing is, the day that I found the chalkline jersey for $5, I also found a starter Cowboys retro jersey for $5. Same garage sale. The starter one ends up selling for like 80, I think, or maybe even 100. The chalkline one sells for like. But if you looked at the quality between the two, you'd be like, man, starter's quality is just better than chalkline a lot of times.
You think I should part out that jacket?
What'd you say?
I think I should part out that jacket.
I think you should like sell the sleeves, yeah, and then like the neck thing. I think you should sell that by itself, and then maybe even those snap buttons. Those are important. Like if you don't, man, you could be missing out on a lot of money.
Right.
With
The
this now button.
patch will go for some good money.
Yeah, you should you should definitely do that, man.
All jokes aside, guys, sometimes it is smart to part things out. Sometimes it's not. But what do you got there, Bonafide man? What is in your hand?
This was a $20 find from this past weekend. This is a Works drill. It's a lithium. Like, I don't pop on drills and stuff unless they're lithium, okay? So Works is not exactly the best brand in the whole entire world. I would equate it with like Black & Decker. It's definitely not a Ryobi or a Milwaukee or any of those kind of things. But it does work. What's interesting about this is if you press this button right here, you can switch the driver. Actually, it's this button. You can switch this to like something else, right? Now I got a bit for a screwdriver, but if I want to do a drill bit, it's right there. It's really cool. Like, anyway,
It is cool.
Now, if I didn't pick this up for 20 bucks and this wasn't here, I would have still bought this for 20 bucks because this is a charger plus a battery, right? So that's interesting. The last Works charger that I sold with a battery sold for like $109. But this is a 20 volt maximum lithium. Lithium is the key. I've talked about this in Bonafide Hustler shows in the past. You want to look for lithium, okay? Not NiCad or nickel metal hydride stuff, but lithium. It'll say 16 volt, 20 volt, whatever volt, max lithium, and they all look pretty snazzy. The really good drills are going to look super snazzy. A lot of them will have an LED right here. So when you're drilling in darkness, you can kind of see where your bit is going. But this is good stuff. You know, it's not the best brand, but with this together, I think I can get about $100, 80 to $100 right here. So this was a $20 find. Easy to put in a box together like that. No problems. Nice. What else you got?
I think you mentioned this the other day. Patagonia Turtles.
Oh, dude, what?
I pull the craziest things out, I know, but
wait, is that the fleece or is that the shirt?
This is the T-snap fleece.
Oh my gosh!
Look at him; he's just melting. I've been sitting on this for a while because when I had stopped selling on eBay, I had quite a bit of inventory that still needed to be listed that I'd picked recently. So this has been sitting for a while. I just listed this up.
How much you listed for? Don't shoot yourself on this. Don't shoot yourself in the floor.
I don't know if it was somewhere around like $150, I think.
Yeah, 150 be right because it would probably sell easily for 100. But see, if you parted out each turtle, you'd make a lot more money.
You know what I should do? For every turtle, add a tie. So if there's like 50 turtles, be like, 50 ties, a tie for every turtle, something like that. So,
oh my God. Anyway,
I'm not in a weird mood today.
This is how the admins are behind the scenes a lot of times. Something that I bought from a garage sale, and I was thinking, yes, I can put this on FBA. It'd be really cool. But it happens to be the same kind of battery that my camcorder uses. Now, the principle here is I'm not flipping this, okay? I could flip it and make, 7 times my money, nothing crazy. I bought it for like $2. I know I could flip it for about 10 to 14 bucks. It's a battery that goes on the back of Sony camcorders, all right? And I have one of these camcorders, and it does use this battery. So it'll buy me about 30 minutes or an hour of video time. When you're out at garage sales or thrift stores, one of the best parts of it is that you get to get a realistic view of like how items are truly priced in the world. And if you wait it out and if you just chill out, you can find a lot of the things that you need in everyday life at garage sales and thrift stores. And sometimes, yes, it's secondhand, but sometimes it can be new. And, I can tell you if I'm on vacation with my camcorder, my really awesome one, and the battery goes out and my second battery goes out, I'm going to be wishing I had a third battery. And I'm going to be wishing I'd bought a third battery for $1 because you know how much these things are. When you just have to buy them at stores like Best Buy or whatever, they start charging you like 20, 30 bucks for these dumb things. So had to buy that. While I still have you guys' attention, this Body Media Fit, I think it was like
I've sold those several times.
This thing's yielding, it's a 3 out of 5 star, nothing crazy, but the rank is semi-low. And it's somewhere around 69 after fees or 75 after fees. Yep. So I decided to get into this along with a pair of hiking boots. So are you all exhausted? Or you got any more turtle stuff?
I'm going to show you one more turtle item. What the heck? There's like a pack of like empty cigarettes on my floor, and I'm like, how the heck are they here? I don't even have any friends. Oh, actually, I do have a friend who smokes. I'm like, did it fall out of one of my clothing items? But anyways, this is probably one of the craziest clothing finds I've ever come across my whole life. Not in terms of like the overall resale value. And if you guys have been watching my channel, I showed this, I don't know, 2 weeks ago when I found it. I paid $2 for this. This is 100%. Well, it's a goat skin leather jacket by LL Bean, Freeport, Maine. Dude, I walked up to a garage sale from another reseller who does not auctions, what are those little what the heck is it called where they do the little storage auctions?
Okay.
Couldn't get the bat off my shoulder there. But storage auctions, and I ask them, how much is this? First of all, I'm freaking out. Like, really? This is at a garage sale? $2.
What's wrong with it?
There's nothing wrong with it.
What is wrong with that
thing?
thing?
The thing is in mint condition, dude. Like, I went with my buddy Tim Fisk. So anyone who thinks I'm full of it, which I don't blame you because it just sounds like unrealistic. He was there. He's on my videos all the time. If you ever see him at a meetup, you ask him. It was crazy. Same place. I picked up 2 pairs of True Religion jeans, authentic, for $1 each. I mean, this guy was just like,
what's wrong with this guy?
like,
Something's
I was
not
about
right
to
with
ask him, hey, do you have any gold in the house? I'll give you 10 cents a pound. Crazy.
That's nice. Goatskin LL Bean. What are you going to ask for that thing? I'm going to take a guess. 150, right? Yeah. I was going to take a guess. 150. That's pretty good. Strong brand. Probably one of the the cream of the crop like products that they ever built, if you think about it, right? Because LL Bean's known for flannels and long johns and bags and stuff. But like that's a good find, man. That's a really good find.
Thanks.
I think that pretty much concludes my haul. I'm sure there's more stuff. There was one last thing. Let me share the picture with you. Anytime you find bicycle hitch racks, especially swing away bicycle hitch racks, and you can see one down here. Oh, and you can see those adjustable dumbbells as well. So
wait, you picked those up too, the adjustable dumbbells?
Yeah, I picked them up with my biceps and my entire, man, I'm telling you, man, I flexed hard on these. So they were asking 100, right? Here's the thing I did. They were asking 100. I go to a lady in the garage sale. There's a lady and a guy, and I'll give it to the lady because, you're supposed to go to the opposite sex because that's just how it works. And she goes 100. I was like, damn. So then she's like, well, maybe my husband will do a better deal with you. I finally get some attention from him. And I'm like, dude, like, how much for those dumbbells? Like, what was the best you can do, man? And he goes, $50. And I'm like, wow. And I'm starting to think like,
So what's the value of these? What are you thinking in your head beforehand? Like, what do you think?
My head is like, these are way better than the ones I have at my house. I'm going to take the ones out of my house out and I'm going to put them on Craigslist and I'm going to keep these. And these are really cool.
Okay. Swap them out.
Yeah. So essentially I bought them for 40, Reagan. 40.
Wait, you dropped it even? Did you do the whole like? I don't know.
I said I was going to offer 30, but I'll meet you in the middle at 40. And then he says, yeah, sure. So then I buy these. They're going to my SUV.
What's the value of them?
If I put these on Craigslist right now, these right here,
150,
150, 200, yeah, 150, 200 easily. There's a swing away bike rack right here that you can see. This swing away bike rack was $40. You might be thinking, oh, man, you overpaid, but I didn't. There's a swing away 2-inch receiver bike rack from Yakima. We'll bring in around 120 to 140 bucks in Austin, Texas. Yeah. So that is awesome. I'm gonna leave it to Rakin here in 1 second. We're gonna close out the video, but he'll tell you a little bit about the green room, what it's all about. It's a shirt that I'm repping right here. It's the second link down below. Rakin, what is the green room? We need some people in there. People are asking in the feed like, what is it like? What is it, man?
People are always asking, what is the green room? They hear about it. So we always get a lot of questions coming in. And one of the biggest challenges that I dealt with when I was new to reselling was I didn't have, anybody to really network with and connect to and get my questions answered. And I kind of wanted to be a part of something because you know how it is. It gets lonely as a reseller. So essentially we built what we wish we had when we first got started. So it's a private community. We've got private training videos, private content. We've got all of our books and courses and video training that we've created all over there compiled for the members only. We've got a Facebook group. We run an event every month, which is coming up in July. So it's a private community, the Green Room, greenroomuniversity.com. And it's a place that we really enjoy. And it's something we're really proud of that we built. So if you are looking for, that community and that extra learning and you want to, be able to interact with us more, because let's just be real, it's tough to get one-on-one time with really any YouTube content creators nowadays because there's just so much noise out there. Yeah, definitely check it out. It's a cool place and you'll definitely guaranteed to learn some new stuff.
That's right. And if you're wondering, like, what is it? Am I going to learn eBay, Amazon, Craigslist? You're going to learn a lot of stuff because the flippers that are in there are, beginner all the way to basically expert. And we have people that are in there that are doing Craigslist. We have Etsy, we have eBay, we have Amazon, we have wholesale, we have people merch, private label. So kind of anything goes in there. We don't really tolerate any riffraff or anything like that. Everyone treats everyone with respect. We have beginners that come in every single day that are like, this is where I'm starting, or I haven't even started at all. What do I do? And it's just a fun place to go. show, and it's a way that we can really connect further with the people out there on a more individual basis. So anyway, and Reagan was talking about, yearly we have a really awesome appreciation event. If you can make it to Austin, Texas, we have a really good event going on this year that includes a seminar. Plus, we've rented out a ranch for 6 hours that is like super cool. So it's a lot of fun, and we've been doing this will be our 4th event, I think, or maybe our 5th.
Yeah.
So either way, a lot of fun, and check it out. We do have some cool merch in there that we don't make any money on, but we just put it out there. But yeah, check
You
out
got to
the
raise
green
the
room.
price and start making some money, man. We're
No.
hustlers.
It's not about making the money on the merch, man. It's about being proud
I'm
of the
just
room
messing
and
with
giving
you.
them a way to help us out, and just it helps the branding and everything. But they are really cool shirts, and
I think if you sell a merch shirt for like $10.99, you're literally breaking even. Is that what they're priced
it
at?
depends. Like there are 2 tiers of shirts on merch. Like there's the Anvil, I want to say, and then there's these, which are Bella Canvas, I want to say. Maybe I have it reversed or something like that.
Speaking of merch, we have a private green room show that's going to be going on Tuesday. We've got Joe Clay, Margaret, Mike Peterson. They're coming on for a private show. So if you guys are in the green room, we're going to be talking about getting started with merch, getting your designs, getting tiered up, how to research products, how to not copyright products, because I'm actually in that process now. I'm working with my mother. She got her account approved, figuring out designs and then making sure that I'm not infringing on someone's rights. So if you're in the green room or you're thinking about joining, join before Tuesday, because that's going to be a pretty fun show.
Essentially join today, no, because isn't today Monday? We have one last thing to say in the feed
Monday,
real quick.
isn't it?
Julie Johnson, who is one of our OG members.
What's up, Julie?
Commented, OG being like sub 50, like she was one of the first 50 in the room. Been in the green room since the beginning. It still feels like family. So, and she joined like 3 years ago, whenever we established the room, which seemed like 2014 December, I think. So
She won that scan fob. You remember
she
last
won
year?
a scan fob last year at our event.
Are you using that, Julie? Let us know. Are you using
we spent
that?
a pretty penny on that thing. I think we dropped $300 on
yeah,
that.
$200 or $300.
Yeah, and she won it, so that was pretty good. And she
That
came
wasn't
from a
an
very
Amazon
faraway
warehouse
place.
deals.
No, that's a real deal, good one. So anyways, that's pretty much the show. We'll do the show next Monday. It gives us a way to like show our, the goods that we find before we process them. So if you like this show, it's very important that you hit the like button. And if you ever get a chance to check out one of the 2 links down below, one of them is going to be 100 amazing items to resell. This is our PDF, our recently redone PDF that you can put right on your phone. Check it out. It's the first link down below. The second link will be the actual link into the green room and a little video telling you like what it's about and everything like that. It shows some of our members as well. But go check out those 2 links. Again, hit the like button. And if we see enough analytics on this video, we're going to be doing another one next week, Monday, real short, 30 to 45 minutes on Rakin's channel, showing you our fresh finds. Thanks for joining. And we'll do a lot more detailed stuff and updates in the room of all this stuff that you see right here. When it sells, we do updates, and we will do a little bit more descriptive stuff like why it sold for that much and what you should be looking out for. So anyways, that's pretty much it, right, Rakin? We're done.
Yeah, thanks everybody. Awesome audience in there today. Thanks for keeping everything positive. We appreciate you guys. Hit the like button, show some love for the channel, and we'll see you guys. We have a show coming up Wednesday as well. So
yep.
See you there, guys, and thanks for watching. You guys rock.
Take it easy. Bye-bye.